here with Victoria Rose. And really quickly, Victoria is in school. You're currently in school, right?
I just finished finals.
Just finished finals. So you're about to graduate. Oh my God, that's amazing. Congratulations. So you actually went to school for?
Advertising.
Yes. Perfect. So she's going to explain the difference to us because this is all about marketing, the difference between, and if there is a difference between advertising and marketing, because Anthony and I just thought that they were the same thing. So please educate us.
And they are very similar. But from my perspective, a lot of like people in advertising can flip-flop between marketing and advertising. If you're in marketing, you might not even think about advertising. Might not even cross your mind. You might be like, oh, I'm creative. Like maybe I want to do graphic design, but advertising, people hear it, they think, oh, commercials, that's it. Advertising definitely focuses more on not the creative aspect, but like the message, the branding. At the end of the day, advertising focuses on building brands. Number one, building the brand voice. That's why they work with so many clients.
Yeah.
They have to learn that, focus on that, hone on that. Like that's the main goal. Marketing, they might do more research. They might have more spreadsheets. A lot of people probably like stop with advertising because of how much like math is involved or like, not even math. Some people don't do the math, but like just like statistics, stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see if I understood that. So if you're in advertising, you can do marketing.
Yeah, because advertising
like
is
most
the
of the principles.
Step.
Got it. Okay.
I feel like I speed ran marketing just to get to advertising. Because like if they tell us like, oh, do like an ad on this, or I want you to write a script, or just like spec work, like you pick a fake brand, not a fake brand, you pick a real brand, but like you're doing fake work for them.
Okay.
And one of my classes, we did work with like a nonprofit, so I got to like learn about her brand. It was called like Comedy Cures. So she's like a cancer survivor. She was like stage 4, everything. And so we learned about like the brand she made, the tone she had, and we made like all this spec work for her, and she got to choose whatever she liked at the end, like infographics, all that stuff. So in marketing, you would focus on like not even the target audience, maybe like doing the surveys, researching the demographics, making sure all the stuff that gets you to your strategy is very much honed on in marketing. For advertising, there's a lot more focus on the creative, but like when it comes to creating strategy, there is so much creativity that you could put into it.
So advertising would really be like the colors you're using, right? Or like the people that you're having. Like I took a class. The reason why I'm asking is I took a class in college, and it was an English class where my professor made us question everything. Yeah. So one of the things he made us question was advertisements. And he was like, you need to study, and I want you to kind of like ask yourself why they're putting a certain race in this advertisement. Why are they making them wear a blue shirt? Why not a pink shirt? Like, why are you not questioning that? Like, he wanted us to question everything, even the setting. Why are they in the living room in this commercial? Why are they not in a park or in a restaurant? So do you feel like, is that like, am I hitting on something?
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. Because one of the biggest, I feel like so many people shy away from advertising because they're like subliminal messaging.
Yes.
They're tricking us into buying something. And when you hear marketing, they're like, oh, that's what everybody does. Everybody just has to do marketing. But with advertising, like, it's like the evil, like all that. And it's like, those are really good questions. Like when you actually like know the strategy and the work and the effort, the teams behind these advertisements. Because the thing is, like, even with content in general, everybody wants to talk about social media. Like even before social media, like advertising was the same way, just like so much clutter, so much stuff. People want to produce, people push all this stuff out. The good stuff makes the loudest noise at the end of the day. Like, and that's what advertisers want. They want to know exactly who they're talking to. And asking who's in these ads, why they're in their ads, why they said this, why this, that, whatever. Because sometimes advertisements, some people do say controversial stuff just to evoke that emotion and get people talking. That is a very real thing that happens. Not all advertisers want to do that because that's not brand friendly. That's not going to, they want good press. They don't want controversy. So there's a lot of things to take. There's a lot of nuance, especially with markets and people. At the end of the day, it's all just people. Yeah.
I have a few questions now because I feel like you're the expert in the room. So I want you to speak on this is Anthony's fault because he knew this was gonna happen. I'm always like, we're gonna keep it short and then I have questions.
I know we were like just advertising.
No, because this is valuable information because even me as a content creator, artist, music artist, I guess my first question is, I didn't go to school for this.
Yep.
Where can I get more information and actual strategies that will work to promote my brand? Like, where can I go? Is there a website I can go to? Like, where are the resources?
So from my experience, I didn't even know this was a job, didn't even know all of this stuff. And it is so confusing. Like Samantha said it, she was like, experience number one at the top of the list. Like, go out there, do it, test it. That's A/B testing. So many people all throughout all these interviews, I hear them saying like, oh, you just talk to people, you do this, you be real. And it's like, there are real principles in advertising that like, there's real terms. Like that's the layman's terms. Like a lot of times in like PR, they'll tell you like, drop the jargon. Like when you're talking to people, like don't use all the fancy terms because people aren't going to understand if you say A/B testing. Like, but yeah, like that's how it is. You could post the same TikTok twice with like a couple captions changed and just see what does better and then do that next time. But like for that example, what I learned in school, so much money, so much whatever. But like the only thing that was really worth it was like the professors. I started studying environmental studies. It was a dying program. We had one teacher for like every class. But now the professor I have now at like St. John's, bro, he was like the CCO, the chief creative officer, like at like Y&R, and he like held the McDonald's account.
Oh wow.
Like big work, insane work. So like the mentors, if you want to know about marketing, it goes back to people. Like you have to just like hear stories, hear what people's experiences are. And I just like, I've been taking notes the whole time. Like everything, I just try to retain as much information as I can.
Hearing stories, telling. I've noticed that too, like with marketing, like even telling stories, people like to hear your story. Like they like to hear what you're going through, even if it's not like the best story or you've been through some shit. Like people just want to feel like everybody said is making connections and relating to people. So like doing that. Did you have something? Oh, I thought you were going to say something. I did have another question. Jesus. I guess any strategies that you can give us from your level of expertise, because you are the expert. You are the expert. So like, what would you recommend?
I mean, one thing you really said to me, like throughout the not throughout them, but one time you said like, I wasn't like, you were like, oh, how did they do it before social media? How did they do it back in the day?
How did they do it?
How the fuck did they do it? There is old school business. Those are real things. Like, because social media, people think it's a big thing. You could pay for ads. You could do all this. It's just owned media. It's the same as the fundamentals. It's the same as making a web page. Like when he was talking about like, oh, when you're applying to jobs, they don't want to see your Instagram page. They want to see a website. Like, yeah, that's true. But like at the end of the day, the communication, if you're talking to an audience, the work is the work. Yeah. They want to see what you have.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, like people would pay for like places in newspapers and magazines and radio. Radio is still, I listen to La Mega all the time. Like, these things are still alive. They never die. There's they call it disruptive technology. Social media has been very disruptive, and especially with the new AI and all this stuff, people are making content faster.
Way faster.
That's the only difference. That doesn't mean it's good. That doesn't mean it's better. That doesn't mean anything. They're just pushing out more so you see it more. And that's all social media has ever been. Is like when you have, because even with TikTok, it's dying. Like people don't think like, oh, like it's dying. Like Instagram is dying. No, TikTok, the short form content, podcasts are coming up.
Yeah, they are.
Long form content. Yeah, exactly. Everybody listening.
Like nobody wants to listen to an hour episode. Yes, they do. Shut up.
Yes, they do.
Yes,
and
they do.
And then they want to hear the 6-second clips after the same podcast.
Exactly.
Like people love the connection. People love knowing things. It's the knowledge. Knowledge is power. Knowledge drives everything. At the end of the day, if you can give value to people, like even like, because hearing what what was your question? Like, you were like, what's success? Or like, how do you measure success?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, Samantha, she was saying how like, she was like, oh, if people know the message. Yeah. And I'm like, that's interesting because that's the value. Mm-hmm. When people remember it, like, sure, they remember it, but why are they remembering it?
Why?
Because it matters to them. Mm-hmm. That's the value. It brings people, like, it contributes to their life. And they're like, I'm going to use this.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome. Oh my God, this was amazing. So basically get back to the basics, people. Yes. Study the principles.
Care about what they want. Just listen. Provide value.
I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is great. This is great. Thank you. This is great. I'm here with Petty. Petty, please introduce yourself and tell the people what you do.
My name is Petty. I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens.
Ow, ow.
I'm a female MC. I've been spitting since I was like 11 years old. I'm gonna be 24 in a month and a half.
Oh, wow.
For about 11 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
A long time. Why music? Why rapping?
Because nothing else really do it for me. Like, I love learning, I love teaching, I love doing all that, but it's just a certain kind of freedom that you have of being able to write your own music. And at first I didn't want to do anything with it, like when I was younger, but then when I was like 17, 18, when I was in college, I was like, oh yeah, I can't see myself just doing one thing for the rest of my life. This would allow me to open up doors to do a bunch of different things. So that's why music.
How do you feel like you set yourself apart right now, like with your music?
I'm just talking about my experience, which is also the experience of a lot of women in their 20s and 30s right now, you know? So I feel like I'm being honest. Of course, I have like my braggadocious shit, but other than that, I'm being honest. I'm trying to take after Lauren and, you know, make timeless music, something that I want to be the kind of artist that people could grow up with. Because I know there are artists who was spitting one way and then I grew up listening to them and their music also.
I definitely get the Lauren vibe from you when I've heard your music. What is your process right now? Like when you, in terms of marketing, right? Like you have a new project or you have a new song or new video. How do you go about promoting that?
Usually if I have a whole project, which I've only put out one project and then like, you know, music here and there. But as far as what I'm doing right now for my project, I'm going to start dropping singles. So it's going to be like a 12-track album. I'm going to drop 3 singles, like probably like a month apart. After I drop a single, I'll do a single. If it gets a good reaction, I'll do a video for it. Then I'll drop another single with a video. And then the last one, drop the single and won't drop a video until I drop the actual project. And I usually, in between all this, I'll be doing freestyles, posting up freestyles, just trying to gain more people while I'm getting ready to drop. So the whole process probably takes about 4 to 5 months.
Yeah, of course.
Drop one.
Yeah, especially when you want it to look good. Of course. I ask a lot of people like if they face any challenges when it comes to marketing. Do you feel like you face any challenges when it comes to promoting yourself?
Of course. It costs money.
Oh, like, see, no one has said that part.
Yeah, it costs money. And I'm working like gigs here and there. Whatever money I can make for my music, I'm making. Whatever, if I find somewhere that just needs help for a day, I do that. I'll do Uber. I'm paying for things. And luckily I have a partner who, so I can do my music, he works all the time. But even then, like, this is money for living. Like, we're still human beings. We still have to eat. We still have to sleep. I still have to pay my rent. I still have to do all that.
So I gotta buy toothpaste.
You feel me? Like
every little thing.
Little stuff like that. So I feel like I'm trying to be a human right now. So if I can't afford something, there's always another way.
Of course.
You know, it doesn't always have to be me having to pay for some expensive video or pay for Instagram to push my stuff. Right. Like it doesn't need to be like that. So there are more authentic ways to do it. So sometimes I'll even go to the train stations and just start spitting. Because even if it's 5 people, that's 5 new people that I met today that are like, what's your Instagram? And I have 5 new supporters.
And also a good way to build connections.
Exactly. You know? I like being with people in person. I suck over the phone. I suck on social media. Like as far as talking to people, I'm really an in-person kind of person. So yeah, that's my marketing, meeting people.
Yeah, that's good. One of the things I wanted to ask you is like, do you ever show behind the scenes stuff of your work? Or do you only try to like show the polished, finished products?
People have been asking me to actually like put up vlogs and stuff like that of me doing it. I usually just go live. Like if you're on my lives, I don't hide anything about my process. It's stressful. Sometimes I'll write 3 lines and then I'll be like, I'm not gonna hold you. I ain't touched this in 4 weeks. Like I'm just learning to stop being so mad at myself because my process doesn't look like other people's. The reason why I didn't want to do the vlogs, those daily vlogs, is because watching those, and I know I do it too, watching those, we're like so focused on the aesthetic. Like, oh my God, this looks so easy. I don't want anybody to be confused about what's going on right now. Like this is hard. It's hard to be a creative all the time. There are going to be times where you absolutely don't want to do it. And that's when it becomes a job. That's when you can't, it's not just about talent. It's not just about the love for it. Like love is really not enough. You have to actually want to do this because at the end of the day, it is a job at a certain point. If this is what you're devoting all your time to, then yeah. So I want to do the behind the scenes stuff. But sometimes I be having to tell people it looked too easy. Like what I'm showing you right now is because I was in the mood to sit in front of my laptop. I was in the mood to turn on my live and I'm writing because I don't have writer's block. But the other 40 days I didn't just go live. I want you to know I was trying to do this and I couldn't.
But I think even if you show those moments, more people can relate to that than to like when everything's flowing and great. Because a lot of people want to even do what you do and they've never even bothered because they're always stuck. They never feel like they're good enough. So seeing somebody who's nice, who's already doing it, she struggles too. Oh, damn, maybe I could struggle and it's okay. And I can still do what I got to do. You know what I mean? So I think that's great. What are you working on right now?
Oh, right now I'm lining up like 3 drops for freestyles because I've been on like this somewhat of a hiatus from, oh, that's funny because I'm performing my song hiatus today, but I've been on somewhat of a hiatus from Instagram because I'm like, as much as I love doing this, as many blessings that were coming, a lot of life was going on too. And I'm like, I feel like I'm not present enough. Yeah. Like we lost my boyfriend's grandfather. We had to move from Atlanta. We had to do a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm like, stuff is happening so fast. I just want to be present. I don't want to look back. And I'm like happy. I'll be happy. Like, oh yeah, I did it. I'm a rapper now. But then I look back and there was so much that I missed out on. Like I wasn't spending enough time with my family. I wasn't spending enough time with my friends. I wasn't spending enough time with myself. So I had to take a small break from Instagram. But I was still, giving people little Easter eggs. Yeah. But now I'm ready. Like now I feel like the industry, everything that we've all been complaining about is finally starting to change. I'm seeing rappers who really deserve it starting to come up, and I feel like this is my time. Like this is where I'm supposed to be coming in and doing what I do.
Yeah, I love that. Let people know where they can find you.
Y'all can find me on Instagram at PettyWap. That's PETTYWAP, or on TikTok at PettyWap. That's Petty with 2 Y's, so PETTYYWAP.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm here with Village Kid. Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Just tell the people what you do.
I'm a recording artist. I make Afro beat, Afro hip hop, all that fly shit. Yeah.
How did you find your style within your music?
So honestly, like I'm inspired by where I'm from, my roots, which is in East Africa, Eritrea. So I went back home. I listened to like a lot of the music back home, and I incorporated that with like the hip hop over here. Like I'm inspired by like, Kanye West, definitely like growing up in the 2000s, Kid Cudi, Nipsey Hussle for sure. Not like specifically music wise, but like more so the movement and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's from the same village as me too. So it like, it goes really deep.
Yeah.
But that's how I found my style.
How do you try to set yourself apart from other artists?
Just by being myself, honestly, like my own sound, my own style. You know what I'm saying? That's really it. You just got to be you in this music shit. You can't try to be somebody else or sound like somebody else, because that's how it is right now too, but you just got to stay true to yourself.
So this whole event, we've been talking about marketing, right? How do you go about marketing yourself? Any new projects, music videos, just you as a brand? How do you go about marketing? So
like, it honestly all starts with like your solid like fan base, the people that support you, posting your music, through social media. And then it goes as far as the DJs playing your songs, showing it to different DJs, sending it out to different people. But I would say that, like organically starting with your fan base, and then, playlisting too, of course, all that, factors into many things.
How do you try to connect with your following? So like you send them your music, but like how do you get them to care about listening to it? You know what I mean?
So damn, that's a hard question. I mean, like with me too, it's also like a lifestyle thing. They're tuned into what I'm doing daily, and they're like attached to me as a person. You know what I'm saying? So like anything I do, they'll support, like whether it's like merch or like, anything I do, the people that support my music support, you know, so.
Right, because you're showing them like the behind the scenes stuff too, like your life.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So it's more so them having a connection with you as a person. Mm-hmm. And then, you know.
And I think that's what a lot of people like where they fuck up at, because it's like they don't want to get too personal. Right. But it's like, how else are people going to feel like they can relate to you if you're not getting personal? Like music should be personal to you. You know what I mean?
No,
so you got to connect with people.
With
yeah. So do you feel like you're facing any challenges right now when it comes to marketing yourself?
Yeah, like, you know, honestly, because as an artist, independent artist too, you always think about like, you know, the label and like bigger platforms and how you can like expand too. But, you know, it comes with a lot as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the struggle I face. Yeah. Like staying independent or not.
Mm-hmm. So sometimes in being creative, like we always struggle with like showing the best of us and the best product of like our work, but then also like keeping it real and being authentic. So how do you feel like you find the balance with that?
Say that one more time.
Yeah. How do you balance, you know, being raw, showing like the ugly sides of creating maybe, or maybe the parts that aren't as polished and nice, with like showing the finished product when everything is perfect?
I mean, honestly, it's just being as realistic as possible, you know, like I often show like me, you know, making the song in the studio, you know, the whole creative process, because one like thing about social media, Instagram in particular, is people only see the end result and they don't know what the person went through, the hardship, the adversity, how many times it went left, you know, all that, you know, all those factors that play into the part. So, you know, you just got to be realistic with who you're showing the product to, your fans, supporters, you know, family, whoever. So
yeah, because you're showing it to regular people anyway, and we all fuck up, we all make mistakes. So it's like, I feel like people relate more to those moments than the perfect part. Exactly. Like, you know? Absolutely. Yeah. What are you working on right now?
So I'm finishing my EP. It's called It Takes a Village. You know, my artist name is Village Care. So you already know. Makes sense. About to go crazy. But yeah. I'm finishing that right now. About to go back to the motherland, shoot some videos. So I'm excited.
Let people know where they can find you.
Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, all stores, Village Kid, Instagram, village.kid. And yeah, that's
TikTok?
it. Yeah.
You have TikTok or no?
TikTok, Village Kid.
Okay,
Village
good.
Kid TikTok.
Just put that in. Okay. Thank you so much.
No, appreciate you.
Thank you. Yeah. Hello. We are back with, please correct me if I say it wrong, Cornelio.
Dang, yes, Cornelio.
Look at that.
Come on.
Look at that. So Cornelio, really quickly, just introduce yourself again and just what you do.
First and foremost, it's good to be back on the show.
Yes.
My name is Cornelio. I'm a percussionist from Brooklyn, New York. Representing Panama. Teacher, high school teacher. I guess business mentor. It could be anybody. Your friend. Yep.
Yeah. How do you? So this whole event is about marketing, right? So like, how? An important part of marketing is trying to stand out and be unique. How do you feel like you're unique in your, I guess, your level of your field?
I know I'm unique because one, this is not to brag.
Oh, brag?
No, this is not to brag or anything. But I'm one of the only drummers in New York City that's doing the style of drumming that I'm doing. I'm also teaching that style. And when it comes to certain gigs, that's like corporate gigs. Yeah. There's a certain amount of drummers worldwide that get hit ups for these gigs. Yeah. And I'm always on that list. You know, amazing. So and I'm talking about like the drummers you can think of.
Oh yeah, I know, because you dropped names and a lot. You said Kevin Gaze. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah,
so the fact that I know I'm on that top tier, I can comfortably say I can say top 100. Comfortably, because there's a lot of people out here, so I'm not gonna, but top 100. Yeah.
When you say your style of drumming, can you just talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I wouldn't say I created it, but I helped pioneer it and make the wave, and I also just made it my own. It's like getting light, right? Just dancing and drumming, just being yourself, having fun. There's tricks in it. It's mainly cardio though, because I was big on just wanted to be fit, keeping on being fit. So it's really a workout. I even had a class just previously at Equinox where I had a drum class out there. Shout out to Jenny.
Oh wow!
Shout out to Equinox. We've been doing a drum cycle class. That's been awesome. Yeah. So it's more cardio and fun. It's not your average sitting down playing drums. It's energy. Right. Energy in your face. Boom, bow. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How do you feel like you're communicating how different you are, like through marketing?
Through marketing,
yeah,
through my company, because I know I call myself the new jump man. What I mean by that, my company manifests. I'm also wearing it. I make my own clothing by hand, and it's unique because it's a drum. It started off as a idea, but now it's a whole music multimedia company where I have in different schools. I placed this shout outs to Hook Arts, teamed up with Hook Arts, and I have this in junior high schools. I had this in elementary schools, and now currently this year I've been focused in on high schools. I just finished doing a high school in the Bronx and a junior high school in the Bronx. Sorry, IS 229. And now I'm at East Brooklyn and in school in Queens. Wow. So I do about like 3 to 4 schools a year, and I host my own program, pay myself. I even teach my students about paying yourself. Drumming is not the only thing I do either. So it's about leveraging what you do. Right. And I'm all about bringing people together. So if my company is about multimedia, it's not only about drumming, it's about dancing. It's about art. It's about mental health. It's about, just unity, and giving opportunities to other people as well. And just manifesting. That's what I call it. Yeah. Manifest. To help everybody from the ground up. Because everything I've done, I wouldn't say I've done it by myself. Mainly I've done it by myself, but I couldn't get to that next door without help. Absolutely. So that's what we're about. Yeah.
And when it comes to marketing, do you feel like you lean more towards social media or more like in person, face to face? I feel like you're more in person, face to face.
I mean, I'm old school with it. I'm a 92
baby. But you understand like social media is everything right now,
social
right?
Social media is everything. And one thing I wish as a person, not to say my age, but I'm 30. You know what I mean?
Me too. It's okay.
I wish I had paid more attention.
Shout out to the 30-year-olds, okay?
Come on,
we in here.
We outside. I just wish we paid more attention to affiliate marketing because right now that's what it is.
Wait, say that again?
Affiliate marketing.
What's that?
Just like partnering with different companies. Mainly, it could either be through drop shipping. Sorry. It could be through like say if you go on Coca-Cola ad. We're not talking about Coca-Cola. Sorry. Let me, no offense to Coca-Cola.
Any ad.
Shout out Coca-Cola. I'm gonna,
like a well-known ad.
Let's talk about H&M.
Okay.
Right? H&M, you go on H&M.com and then they have partnerships or careers. And in that section, they'll have like affiliate marketing. And that's basically like you click a certain ads or you stay on the website a certain amount of time, they pay you dividends of the company. Or you have a certain link on your link tree on your Instagram, and you have a whole bunch of people clicking your link tree, and that's connected to their site. The amount of clicks you get, that's like affiliate marketing. Okay. It could be through drop shipping. It could be through it's just basically like mark is a form of just partnering.
Is that easily accessible to like any brand? Yeah. Or 100%. Does like a company have to reach out to you for that?
That's easily accessible to just a matter of just go on Google and like even just like if you're making your own clothing, like I make my own clothing, like you wouldn't even be surprised. Like companies like Uniqlo, they have wholesale. Did you know that? Like. And I'm talking about you're getting good quality shirts that you'll pay $17, $25, but if you buy a wholesale, you get it for like $6. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so it's just about just knowing what to search for and how to do it.
I think that's the problem. Taking
advantage of the moment.
That's the thing that we don't know what to search for. You know what I mean?
I mean,
well, you do. Like a lot of people don't. That's why I asked.
And I think it's just all about searching what's the hype now, what's hype for you, and how you can take the advantage of your flow. And I think that's all about living in New York City. We always given these opportunities, and I feel like as a 30-year-old, from a person who had consistent success, I wouldn't say it's been great all the way, but I'm still here doing it. And I wish I took advantage more of those moments where I was scared to talk up more of those moments where I was scared to introduce myself or like to start a business. Because if I had started my business or been financially just literate and just wanting to study, my whole life would have been different right now.
Yeah.
You know? So it took a while for me to just take the matter of the risk, and I think that's our only security is risk.
Yeah, of course.
And just really just get on it. You know what I mean? And with this generation now, you have no other choice but to hurry up.
Yeah, and so everything's moving fast, changing everything. ChatGPT. I love ChatGPT. Shout out to ChatGPT. That should be saving my life.
For real.
What is something that what are some goals that you want your company to reach, and how do you think you'll use marketing in order to reach those goals?
Ooh, that's a nice question. Right now, I wouldn't say I want money, because right now I'm not really focused on money. I'm not going to say I have the money. I feel like my idea right now is I'm sitting on a couple of ideas, but my idea doesn't require money for it to be successful. And it can as well, but it's all about partnerships, affiliate marketing, and doing the street work. So I feel like what's going to take me to the next level is talking more. And just keep networking, finding my media circle that's on the same type of time as me, keeping that circle close, and utilizing the hype, utilizing the moments.
Awesome.
Weird.
Love that. Let people know where they can find you.
At OMG Cornelio. Everywhere online, or at Manifest worldwide, MNFST, just no vowels, Manifest.
Or at the Apollo.
Or at the Apollo, July 5th. And can I announce it?
Yes.
I signed the contract.
Woo!
When are you dropping?
When are we dropping? In like 2 weeks, probably.
2 weeks? All right.
2 weeks.
Yeah, so 2 weeks. I'm at Essence Festival, New Orleans, with
Amazing.
Coca-Cola 3 days in a row. You hear me? Pull up if you're in New Orleans. To be my first time out there. I don't know who I'm opening up for. I just know it's gonna be lit. Shout out to Coca-Cola. And do I got other stuff coming up? Oh yeah, my birthday. I don't know what I'm doing, but shout out to all the cancers. You know what I mean?
Cancer gang.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. I'm gonna handshake. Oh, pictures. And I always forget to turn. Hi. So we're here with Essie. Essie is a 3D artist. Hi, Essie.
Hi.
Thanks for sitting with us.
No problem.
So just really quickly, can you just explain what 3D art is? And how is it different from like regular art? Other than obviously it's 3-dimensional, but like what goes into it? What's the process of it? How is it different?
So 3D art is more computer graphics.
Okay.
I use Blender 3D. It's a free open source software. And I started dabbling in it during college because I ended up taking 3D printing courses in my, education. And that was like, compared to other softwares, that is like the more accessible. Like there's so much tutorials, a wonderful community that will like answer any question you have. So it was like very easy to like gain entrance into doing 3D art. It was very intimidating at first, learning 3D. If you look at the user interface of Blender, it's actually like pretty good to navigate, but it is still overwhelming.
Yeah.
The best way I could describe 3D art is just like doing set design, or you could do any type of design, but just in your like computer, there's very little limitations that you could do with 3D. Like it's hard to describe what it is because there's so much that you could do with it. You could do VFX, you could do set design, you could even simulate photography. There's like so much like you can add it. It's just basically your mind is your only limitation.
Right. So what do you feel like, I guess, what is your avenue, I guess, when it comes to 3D? Like, what do you find yourself creating the most in using the program?
Honestly, I've been doing a lot of like experimenting as of lately, but me personally with my brand, I do a lot of character design.
Oh, okay.
And I do a lot of like art direction. So it's almost as if I create characters and I just build a world around them to like tell different visual narratives. And I just kind of like dabble and experiment with like fashion, colors, lighting, just to, you know, basically express my creativity.
Yeah. Are you using it also to tell stories of the characters, or is it? Yeah. Is there like a specific story that you're like really excited about or want to share with us? Like a character that you created that you're really like?
Well, to explain that, I would have to like explain like what really drives my work. So I am inspired by Afrofuturism, which is basically like reimagining worlds. I'm sorry, through the Black perspective, like through the Black lens, basically. So I kind of just took that concept and applied it to my own life. Like I kind of create worlds based on my own experiences, like what I'm feeling in the moment, and like, you know, like the concepts that run through my mind. So it's almost like autobiographical in a way. Like I kind of just tap into like what I'm feeling, like what my interests are in fashion, art, design in the moment, and then just like express it like that.
Wow. Do you feel like there's a lot of challenges that you're facing when it comes to just marketing yourself?
I feel like the challenge that I'm really facing right now is like time management. Because I feel like if I had more time, I would have like time to do my work and market it. So right now I'm kind of just focused on creating my portfolio and just building my portfolio. And I go to events like this to market myself when I feel like I'm not doing enough, like, you know, any other time.
You said like, do you get nervous coming to events like this and speaking with people?
Actually, no, like talking to people face to face, like I think I'm doing really good at it.
Yeah, you're doing great right now, actually.
Thank you. This is my first interview, so I was a little nervous before this. Yeah. But I think I'm, you know, getting, it's just a matter of like putting yourself out there and like, you know, just exposure.
Yeah. So let's say you come, like, what are you working on right now? And then how do you think you're going to use marketing in order to promote your current projects?
So right now I am working on a new piece. It's like a self-portrait because my birthday's coming up. So I wanted to do...
Happy early birthday.
Thank you. I wanted to do a piece to kind of like reflect on the past year and just reflect on who I am right now.
Nice.
But outside of that, I've been doing a lot of commission work for other people, like because there's so much you could do with 3D. I can like help it, like, you know, visualize other people's brands as well. And I have like a passion project on the side that I'm going to be using 3D for. I want to make candles.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I really love fragrance. And I think that that's another element of world building. Like a marketing tip that, you know, I learned is that you could really, you know, engage in a positive like customer experience if you like stimulate people's senses. So like if you walk into like a business, sometimes you'll see like they'll have like a fragrance to associate, you know, their product with the fragrance, or they'll have like mints or something to like, you know, so it just helps people remember your brand more.
Yeah, that's so smart. I didn't even, and that's obvious, but I never thought about it that way. So that's great. Yeah. What are you, I mean, you're working on that now. When is that coming out? Or like, do you have you just said right before your birthday, which is when?
My birthday is June 5th.
June 5th. Oh, Gemini. Darn. No, I'm kidding. Nice. Okay. So let people know where they can find you.
You can find me at by Essie Diana on all social media platforms.
Yeah. And you have Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah,
all that.
TikTok,
okay.
Twitter, Tumblr.
Okay. Oh, wow. Tumblr, cute. Wow. I haven't heard Tumblr in a minute. All right. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Essie.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Hi. So I'm here with Nova. Nova, just introduce yourself and tell people what you do.
Shit, my name is Rockstar Nova. I'm an artist and a little stylist. Like I like to dress up and stuff. And,
clearly.
You know, stuff like that. Yes. That's about it, really. It's fine.
Nova, the look is everything right now. You look like a fucking superstar. You look amazing.
Thank you. Everybody always says that. Like today, somebody stopped me.
No, you
like,
do.
My daughter love you. And I was like, sir, I don't even know you for real. Like, I was scared. I was thinking this old ass man stopping me.
Like, all right, thanks.
So just, you look like an anime character.
No, you do. That ass. Was that on purpose?
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's perfect. Just tell the people what you do.
I'm a rapper, unsigned model. I just do what I love or like things that interest me. So like on my page, you see me do like, photo shoots with brands or like music. I do music. I've signed to Trippie Redd. I've been signed to Trippie Redd for like a year.
Nice, congrats.
Yeah, it's been really cool. I just got off tour actually with him. I was in Miami. I just came back from Miami. We did a couple things together at the studio, and then I went to Dallas for like 4 days. That was terrible. I loved it though. It was just a lot, like Miami, then Dallas, so like the time zone, like it went back. So like I was
also different culture, kind of. Is it a different culture? I mean, I've never been to Texas, but I feel
Florida's
like
more southern, and then in Texas is more like cowboy or like respectful. Like they're mad, like conservative, and everybody out there is like blonde or like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just a lot of white
like
people.
I know they saw you and they was like,
like
what?
I remember I booked it to my hotel and the bitch wasn't trying to check me in because she thought I didn't really buy the room. I'm like, bro, like.
But in Florida, I feel like they'll be like, okay,
in Florida, no, I'm from Broward County, so you feel me? Florida, fuck with me. Like I like Florida. Miami's not what it is no more.
No, yeah.
Like since I've been and then left, like since I've left, like even Sam was helping me get through that whole trip. It was not what I thought it was gonna be. Like there's a lot of hurricanes going on over there.
Yeah.
Flooding. It was just terrible weather. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how Florida people do. I don't know how I used to live there.
And we complain about New York weather. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I complain for no reason. Imagine being in your $2,000, $6,000 B&B and the water coming up to your legs.
It's a lot.
You sitting there like, no way.
I'm about to die.
No way. Like this
because where are you gonna go?
Yeah, there's nowhere to go. Like I remember my B&B got flooded. I flew in Fort Lauderdale. My B&B got flooded the first day. Right after I left the airport got completely submerged with water.
Crazy.
20 minutes after I left. And then I got to my house, 30 minutes of me being in my house. Flooded. Water up to my knees. Had to pay like $600 for a maid. Marble floor is hard to clean with water. So try to get that shit dry because it's shit. I'll give you $20. We can make a bet. It's hard. For real.
Nova, I want you to talk about how you found your style.
Shit.
Like what inspired
I'm Japanese,
this?
So that should be easy. I've been to Japan like 4 or 5 times. Ever since I went and came back, I realized I'm following the wrong trends. So like now I just stick with like trends that I see from like literally like Japan.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Because it just makes you look different. Like you could always be a good looking Spanish bitch, a bitch with long hair, a bitch with this, that, and third. It's hard to replicate a Japanese look.
I always say like their style is like nothing like, you've ever. They just take risks. Yes.
Yeah, like it's just random. Like boom.
But it works.
Yeah. It's funny because I'm emo. I don't usually dress like this. I dress all black. But I'm just feeling nice. So
no, this is good.
Like we're trying to get white, get pink, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, this is good. Yeah. So aside from your look, obviously, because that sets you apart, what's another way that you try to stand out from everybody else?
Tattoos. So I don't know if y'all see, but my knees, definitely my signature. I love my knee tats. I think they're crazy. Just my leg tats in general. I think my arms and my face are definitely more wicked, but since I've been tatting my legs, I didn't realize how good it felt to not have accessories on. Like, I don't need to wear bracelets or necklaces because I am the neck. Like, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah. You have the accessories on you already. Your tattoos are the accessories.
Like, I feel like when I put on bracelets and accessories now, it drowns out my look. It's too much going on, like literally cluttered.
Right.
So that's another reason too. Like I think tattoos and piercings, both of those is my definitely that's my niche. That's what I specify in for real.
When you hear the word marketing, what do you think of?
A lot of money. When you're a rapper like me, marketing, oh man, that's not your best friend. But one thing I can say is you pay your ends right, you will get the best marketing. So I've dealt with a lot of marketing in the past. I've had a song that was at there was one song I didn't market at all that hit 2 mil actually. So that's another reason why marketing is for me. Like I like it, but I don't, because I don't see the point. If you could just do it. It just depends on the people. Like
do it yourself, you mean?
Yeah. But it's just people. Like that's the thing. Like whatever's trending for that moment, if 20,000 people are not going to jack it, then it's not going to go. So you're going to have to pay.
Right.
That's the bullshit about it.
Right.
But marketing, I love everything around it because it can, as an artist, one thing that I can tell you before I was signed, me being independent, marketing had my back. That's the only thing that helped me get to where I'm at today. Like,
what kind of strategy or marketing did you have before?
I used to do a lot of like YouTube ads, like Instagram ads, you know what I'm saying? Just if people saw me a lot, they'll remember the name. You know what I'm saying? And plus my name is very like marketable. Rockstar Nova, RKK, no C's in it. So, you know, people see that name or they see rock a lot and then people just start to know. So I like that. And like, what's it called? One of my friends had told me recently that he brought my name up to somebody and they were fangirling. I didn't even know. Like it was in the Midwest. I didn't even know niggas knew me in the Midwest. So that, you know, my marketing, it went somewhere. Yeah. Shit, that's what I needed. I needed niggas in Indianapolis and weird old fucking Ohio and shit. Like, for real. So you've actually shelled out money for this. Yeah. And you've seen the benefits. Thousands of dollars. So real quick, as someone, because I've never, and I'm sure a lot of people watching this haven't, but probably want to. How do you even go about reaching out to, like, who do you know who to reach out to? So, where do you go for those resources? There's this guy on Instagram. He does credit scores. He's a very good friend of mine. His name is Nigel CEO. If you go search that name up, he can help you with anything. You give that guy $1,000, he can get you this. He can get you blue check. He can get you da-da-da. Like, he knows a lot of people. Okay. So he like sits down, has meetings with them, you know, tell them about you, convince them. Then, you know what I'm saying? It's up to these white folks to like invest. Cause that's really what it is. A lot of the shit that's behind all the marketing and the shit that you guys see, a lot of white people are behind all of that shit, believe it or not. So you feel me? If you convince them, white folks, you know what I'm saying? Make them your best friends. Shit, you might just get what you want. Yeah. And what is the message in your marketing? Like, what do you try to convey to, I guess, your campaign whenever you're marketing something? Be yourself. The only reason I got this far is because I did not, hide how I felt or like literally like anything that comes to my mind. I'm very, very straightforward. Right. That's why people love me. Like, if you ask me a question, I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm sorry, I can't lie. And I'm a sailor's mouth. So I be cursing a lot and it be bad. So it just be like, you know, like it just be dumb funny. Like I'm one of them folks. But like for real, like just be yourself. Because trying to be somebody else or trying to fit in for the trends is not going to make you relevant. Nobody wants another Paris Hilton. Nobody wants another Beyonce or Yeet or fucking Playboy Cardi. Stop. All that opium shit, dead it. End it, please. I'm tired. Yeah. For real. Yeah. No, that's one of the things that I really, really hate. You wear the color black, wear it the right way. You're not senior emo, stop fucking wearing black. For real. What is something that you're working on right now? What projects are you working on? I have like 6 tapes. Talk about them. It's bad. I don't drop music. I need to start dropping. I'm about to drop this week, but I made a tape in Miami. I made a tape in Dallas. I made a tape in New York. And I have 3 previous tapes that I made from LA when I was with Trippy the last time, like a year ago, when we was out there. Before he dropped Mansion Music. Okay. That tape he just dropped. Shit. I just be having a lot of tune. Like, I just have a lot of tune. I stay in the studio 30 times a day. Depends on the day or the week. But I like literally just make music. Like I'm literally like, I consider myself like the Pierre Bourne of the underground. Like, I won't drop. It's a lot of shit that's leaked. Just holding it. Yeah, and out and like people snip it. But why is that though? I don't think people deserve me. Unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, that's really what it is. Okay. Like, See, I hear the opposite. People be like, oh no, I'm in my head. I don't think it's good enough to put it out. No, it's great. You're the exact opposite. Y'all niggas not ready. What the hell? Like, fuck no. Cause like I feel like if I drop all the good shit that is supposed to be lit, it's not gonna do what it needs to do. Right. So what the fuck am I dropping it for? Y'all not about to give me my bread. I'm not about to give y'all this. Y'all better show me y'all want it. Since y'all sitting there on Instagram liking shit and commenting and shit. When I drop the song, where's the views at? Yeah. That's the big issue for all artists. People will love the snippet, this, that, and third, and you drop the song, and there's no views behind it. I'm like, bro, like, this is why I don't drop music. Like, because if you don't match this or keep the same energy with the post and then my song, how am I supposed to know you're a Rockstar Nova fan? Yeah. Like, I always tell people, too, I don't market or do anything anymore because if you, like I said, if you are a Rockstar Nova fan, you got me on all platforms. Right. You will be checking to see if I drop new music. I should not have to tell you that I drop new music if you're a Rockstar Nova fan. Right. Feel me? Like, if you're a fan, like anything that has to do with a fan, you go out your way to see somebody else's life advance amongst yours, you just should know. Like, I shouldn't be telling you anything.
Yeah.
So that's like my big reason. But I always stood on that. Like, since I started to now, I've never liked promoting or marketing my music because I've always just told people, like, if you can't just find it, then you're not a fan.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's it. Let people know where they could find you, where you're going to be at, if you're performing anywhere. Yeah, so talk about it.
It's my first show in a long time in the city.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like
nice.
Yeah, I'm excited. I got some more release over for it. But I'm probably going to have a show next couple weeks out here. I'll keep y'all posted. But Rockstar Nova, all platforms. Instagram, TikTok is I dress better than your GF. That's period. And then Twitter is the same shit. So definitely come check me out. I just dropped a tape a couple months ago. It's called Can't Do This Right. And I dropped two singles called Ambience 3 and Switch It Out. All on SoundCloud, Apple Music as well. Very good tracks.
Nice.
Made them as well as I was traveling. So it's a lot of different like sounds from different states.
Nice.
Like Florida and in Atlanta and LA. Like it gets cool.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna definitely like give you my stuff so you can hear it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think you'll like it.
Absolutely.
I make a lot of music for girls. And I make music for boys, but I make a lot of music for girls that are going through things with guys. Or like guys going through things with
girls. Yeah.
So it's like a lot of like love music. So if you're going through like a little heartbreak and a little sexy words, it's more sweet.
Thank you so much, Nova.
Thank you.
Hi. So I'm here with Arsenio, right?
Yes.
Oh my God, thank God. Because for a moment I was like, Jesus, I don't know if that's his name, but it is.
She remembered.
Awesome.
Guys.
I remembered. So just really quickly again, tell people what it is you do. What is your brand?
So I'm an artist, a recording artist. I draw sometimes. I write poetry. I've written a show. I've written certain things for people that are aside from just music. But I just love to write and create music. I produce sometimes. I think I said this last time too, but nothing serious. I've just been playing around trying to get better with creating sounds and stuff like that.
Yeah. How are you currently promoting yourself?
Okay, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I haven't been promoting myself much at all. I think I've been focusing on how the process of making music has been feeling and being very in the moment with that. I need to consider creating a team for promoting myself because that's super important. But I haven't been prioritizing that, if I'm being 100% real. But I think I have a good core fan base. Like I've done a sold out show before. I sold 200 tickets at this venue in Brooklyn.
Nice.
Just like 3 years ago, I think. And I have a good core fan base of people that listen to my music and that are driven to see what I do in general. So I rock with them for the most part. I think I do face-to-face marketing, like talking to people and, in the street, showing people my tracks and just being friendly. But other than that, I need an online fleet, to put me on the next level. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah. So what do you think is like the biggest challenge? So I know like sometimes, like you said, just sometimes you just want to be present in the moment and you don't want to have to worry about taking your phone out, taking pictures, recording. But is there anything else that you feel like you're facing?
I think some of the biggest challenges are like wearing many hats as an independent artist. You know what I mean? Like you have so many things that you have to, that are in your control, but also there's certain things that people forget that are in their control. Some things that are not. Yeah. But, you wear many hats. You have to promote, you have to market, you have to make the music. You have to be a business owner as well on top of that. You name it, et cetera, et cetera. But I think that's the biggest challenge for me right now. Other than just the marketing is wearing many hats, like doing all the things at once and worrying about if I'm lacking in one end, if I'm doing another. Like I don't even have a booking agent. I remember for a while I would just reach out to a whole bunch of platforms, send them my music, and I'd be my own booking agent and do things like that. So it's a lot, but we here for it.
You have a booking agent now?
No.
Okay. So you're still reaching out.
So I'm still booking agent.
So you're the agent too, on top of everything else. Jesus.
Right.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
How do you feel like you try to stand out?
I think that so this is a question that I think that a lot of people overlook. Like Rockstar Nova said, being yourself is huge, but it's an understatement. It's also easier said than done. Like I feel like I love so many different things. I have so many different influences, music wise, style wise, art wise. And I think being yourself is just being true to where you're at right now. Like today, I felt like this. I think the last time we spoke, I had like a coat or a jacket.
You had like
on.
a hoodie. You had a fitted.
Right.
Yeah. Real low key.
So I feel like staying true to yourself on how you feel right now in the moment.
Yeah.
And running with that, like I told you last time, I'm working on a reggae project, and I'm almost done with that. But that's something that I truly enjoy and that I respect.
Yeah.
I respect the art. I respect the vibrancy and the history of reggae culture and the patois language. Mm-hmm. So I think, a lot of people will be afraid to jump into something that's not necessarily their niche.
Yeah.
But I'm not afraid of stuff like that. And I think that's also what separates me is not being afraid to do what I enjoy. You know what I mean? So I guess that would be the answer.
I feel like that's the biggest takeaway from all of these interviews that I've done is just like, get rid of the fear.
Right.
And just get out of your head.
Yes.
And just fucking do it.
I used to be I used to overthink a lot of shit because I was very self-conscious about what people would think. Mm-hmm. When I first started writing poetry, I was also like, I knew that there was no rules to it. I knew that there's no rules to creating art. There's no right or wrong. But I was always like, damn, how would people perceive this? Because I meant this, but what would they think about it? And it wasn't until I let go of that fear ages ago that, it allowed me to really make what I want, and I really give a fuck because, everyone has an opinion. Everyone, has their own perception on life and art. So just do what you love, and, hope for the best or not. Just not kidding.
Absolutely. Yeah. What are some goals you want to accomplish in the next, let's say 3 to 5 years? 3 to 5 years? Yeah.
In life or in music?
With your brand.
With my brand? Okay. Yeah. So, all right. So there's, I'd say there's many things, but I want to release this clothing line that I have fully drawn up and fully conceived. Mm-hmm. I guess that'll be one of them. Release this reggae project. You said next 3 to 5 years? Yeah. Yeah. Release this reggae project this summer. Collaborate with a lot of artists that I've been intending to, because after I release that, I'm not necessarily working on anything specifically. So collaborations, mm-hmm. And really just reinventing myself. I feel like my first project that I released, Blessings from the Aether, it was a very specific introduction of who I am to the world. And now I just want to rebrand and experience life, go through things, fail, forward, succeed, meet new people, cry, laugh, mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Live life and collect new experiences so I can make something that I've never made before and really tap into the heart of the people, man. I think that I want to make something that shifts the culture and not only would allow people to remember me forever, but that will allow people to remember themselves forever. Like mm-hmm. that they can go to that music to heal. Like I remember how I felt in this time when I heard this, you know what I mean? And like a benchmark in history. But that's what I want to do. Yeah. And so just real quick with everything you said, and especially like your intention for the projects you're putting out, how are you going to market that? Are you going to display that in your marketing? So that's a good question. So I've been talking to my producer on how we want to approach this reggae project. And I think that what I want to do specifically is I want to capture island life. I want to capture and give people a first seat or a very close view to mm-hmm. how it is to grow up in the islands, whether that be Jamaica. I'm from Dominican Republic. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not Andrew. Oh, sorry. It's all good. It's all good. Whether that be, Dominican Republic, mm-hmm. The ABC Islands, anywhere you're from. So like actually going there and like video recording everything. Right. So island life. That's dope. We want to capture that. And I was actually going to book a flight to Jamaica. Was it last year mm-hmm. or 2 years ago? But they had gone into another lockdown. Mm-hmm. I actually have some fans out there already. It's fucking crazy. I sent my song out there to a friend of mine and they shared it with a whole bunch of people. Nice. And it's crazy because it's not released, but they're already knowing the lyrics and shit like that. That's amazing. So I want to go to their town. One of them lives in Kingston. One of my homies lives in Kingston. Mm-hmm. And I forget where else in Jamaica, but I want to go out there. I also want to go to DR and just, capture that lifestyle. Mm-hmm. And then also be very unique in that process because I don't speak Patois as my native language, but I appreciate it. So I want to highlight that as well. Like this isn't my native language, but this is something I want to highlight and, mm-hmm. Even getting people out there. You said you have a friend who lives out there, right? Right. So like even getting him to like play your music to the people who already know of you and have heard your music and getting them to vibe and like even speaking in Patois, like bigging it up, you know what I mean? And just recording all that. Because sometimes you just need like cosigns from other people just to even get other people on it. So people just like things because other people like it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So just getting as much as you can. I also realized like, you know, what I remember in the conception of this, I was around a group of homies and I'm like, yo, what do you guys think? They loved it. And I told them my fears or like my doubts.
Yeah.
And one of them was like, I don't speak this language natively. And I think some people probably offended by that, you know? They're like, yo, look at Drake. Look at all these people that, you know, are not even from an island, you know what I mean? Or not even from the Caribbean.
And it's hit after hit and they're using all of that.
Right. And I remembered in that moment, like why I let go of that fear of expectation or even thinking what people think.
Yeah.
And that kind of cemented it for me. So that's something that I needed to hear. So yeah, that's
yeah, because how I see it too is like I don't look at it in the negative way. I look at it like, wow, they're embracing that culture.
Right. That's
like
how
they have a big platform and they want to expose that culture on their platform. And I think that's amazing.
Yeah. So that was my intention. But you know, like I said, doubts.
Always. Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to you know, really follow through with that idea. But yeah, that'll drop hopefully not August, July. Hopefully.
Yeah, nice. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
Let people know where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Original Creator. You can find me on Apple Music at Arsenio, Arcenio, anywhere. Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, anywhere. You can find me there. And yeah, God bless.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm here with Drew. Hi, Drew.
Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Can you just tell us a little bit about you and your brand?
Yeah, so my name is Drew. By Andrew too. My brand is Greenaway Designs. My name is Andrew Greenaway. So I'm a painter and a graphic designer. So that's what I do. I went to school for graphic design, and painting has always been my side thing. You know, I've been getting really good at it. So that's what I do.
So would you say graphic design is like your first, I guess, love or like your first interest?
I'm gonna say art in general was my first love, you know. And then I didn't start designing until I went to college, so I gained a new love for it.
How would you define your style in terms of art?
Well, for painting, I would say my style is more like I consider myself a contemporary artist.
Okay.
So creating art that comments on like life, you know, the world that I see. Mostly like Black of color art and stuff like that. Scenes from like Black culture, movies, fashion, things like that. Same thing kind of for design. Depends on what the project is, what I'm doing.
Yeah. How are you currently marketing yourself?
Mainly Instagram, word of mouth. A lot of people have been, you know, rocking with my stuff. So I have like business cards now. So, you know.
Okay, nice.
But mainly Instagram. I'm working on the website. That's coming soon.
Do you feel like you're facing any challenges right now when it comes to marketing?
Marketing, yeah, because of the lack of website, which I'm working on. But not as, I guess not so much, but like I would walk into places sometimes and I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm an artist and I paint whatever, and I show people my Instagram, like, yo, I seen that before, and I'm like,
really?
Oh. And I'm like, really? So I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
More so local, like, because I'm from Brooklyn.
What kind of content are you posting? So like, other than your art, right? And regular pictures, because you know Instagram is kind of dead with the pictures. Are you into the reels and like making a lot of reels?
I'm a reel fanatic.
What kind? Are the reels of like behind the scenes work, you creating it, or is it like just the finished products?
I would say a mixture of a lot, actually. Like those little snippets. You know how Instagram has those ready audio, like 7-second stuff. Like the mixing of paint and like the before after stuff like that. I noticed people really like that, and there's a lot of people who want to see the build up stage. You know, including myself. I love that. Seeing how you can take nothing and go from a blank canvas or a blank piece of paper to a masterpiece.
Yeah. So like a lot of the artists here have said how a lot of times they don't want to create, or they feel the pressure of creating because they get in their heads and they doubt their work. Does that also happen with you?
Yes, a little too often. But I mean, it's natural. I feel like any artist or creator, writer, actor, dancer, anything, anybody goes through that.
Yeah. Do you fight through that? Like, would you still post it, or would you still be like, no, I'm not going to post it, forget it?
Post or create? Like
both, actually. Yeah.
when it comes to the creation part, I try to fight it. If I'm feeling real lazy that day or not as motivated, I'll try to take a little woosah break, and watch something to take a walk, and then jump right back in. As far as posting, if I'm not feeling like posting, I don't want to post on a Tuesday, I post on a Friday. I'll just be like,
not the end of the world.
I'm doing right now. I'm waiting until Friday, so I'll be like,
Yeah. What is your strategy in terms of marketing right now then? Like you have a new piece of art that you just created. So like, how do you go about like, all right, I'm going to make a reel or I'm going to do behind, like, what's your strategy for that?
If I know I'm making a piece that I'm proud of all my pieces really, but if I'm doing something self-motivated, as opposed to a commission, which I like to do as well, I would already have the intention of, I'm going to post this, or do I want to show this process or just show the final thing?
Right.
So I would already be recording, have like my camera set up behind me and just do like the fast time lapse, like slow motion sometimes.
Yeah.
So I would already have the idea of, I'm gonna put this out there.
So you already prepare ahead of time. Oh, I like that.
For most of them, some of the ones that are more personal to me, that I want to keep mysterious, I leave it.
But you already have it in your head. Because I feel like that's what Arsenio was saying. Like sometimes you just get caught up in the moment. And then before you realize it was like, damn, I didn't record any of this and it's too late. So that's good. Yeah, planning ahead is really good. What are you currently working on?
So much. I feel like this is my stage where I'm taking a break. I was actually supposed to be vending here and like having my art everywhere. But I told Sam, I was like, to be honest with her and myself, I didn't want to. I'm still in the phase of just creation. So like, if that means staying in my house, just creating for days on end, that's what I want to do. That's what I feel like doing. And sorry, what was the question?
No, what are you working on? What are some things you're working on? No, it's all good.
So much though. I'm doing like commissions for people. Somebody asked me to paint 3 of their bunnies that passed away. Somebody asked me to do a portrait of their mom and the sister who passed away.
Nice.
I'm doing like a lot of self-motivated pieces. I'm doing like a series actually that is a nostalgic series that takes the cartoons that we used to watch from like, when we were growing up, and combines that with hip hop culture.
Nice.
So
very
to say
nice.
the least, it's like a big fusion, but I know.
No, yeah, that's nice. That's great. Let people know where they can find you.
Yeah, so my Instagram is greenaway_art and designs. greenaway_art.and.designs. I'm sorry. That's where I post most of my stuff. The website coming soon. And yeah.
Nice. Thank you
so much.
Thank you. I'm here with Safe. Safe, really quickly, just tell us a little bit about yourself and what it is that you do.
What's up, everybody? My name is Safe, known professionally as Young SSFE. I'm a multi-creative specializing in photography, acting, and modeling.
Wow, a lot. So with all the things that you do, is there one that you like a little bit more?
Yes, it definitely would be photography.
And why?
Just the essence of capturing the moment. And with photography, that led me to do modeling. So, photography is just the foundation.
Yeah. So this whole event is about marketing. How do you right now like market yourself? What is your strategy?
I'll say my strategy for marketing is posting the right content, because you don't want to just post too much, because then, you know how that usually goes. However, I'd say just post the right content at the right timing. For me, I would like to, if I have a prominent night or prominent event and I got opportunity to take a photo of, somebody known, I would either wait a couple days or just wait to do it like right then and there. Because it's all about timing.
Yeah.
But I'd say just it's key to promote the right content.
Really quickly, sorry. You said the right timing and also like the right content. I guess for people who are trying to figure that out, how did you figure that out for you? Like, how did you figure out, okay, this is the right content. This is what people like to see. And then also the timing of it.
When I realized how everything was basically just I would say reactions, the opportunities it was leading me. You know, certain people would see me do a photo for a certain person or like a certain event organizer. And it's like, oh, all right, you posted that. And it's like, I'm glad. And that's where it comes back to timing. I'm glad I posted that like around like 1 p.m. and not like 11 p.m. because majority of everyone's sleeping if I'm posting like my work from last night at 11. So it's like, nah, I want to do it at timing where it's like people are on their lunch breaks. People are on their phones. So that's when it's just like the specific timing. And then from there, it's like you get to see like everyone gets to see it. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. When it comes to photography, how would you define, I guess, your style of photography?
I'd say my style of photography is candid shots, portrait shots, mainly just capturing the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And in terms of marketing right now, do you feel like you're facing any challenges?
I know I could definitely do more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely I could do more. I could definitely do more help with, you know, different PRs. However, I'd say everything is okay for now, but definitely, you know, it's always good to be honest with yourself. Like I definitely could do much more and definitely need much more. And, you know, marketing is really a nice strategy when it comes to your career. Like without marketing, it's like, who's going to know about it? Yeah. Which organizer is going to want to book you? Which club promoter is going to want to book you? Or even in a corporate, it's like, I want to see your work. So it's like, where's the advertisements? You know what I mean? Like, how can I see the product that you want to display to us? You know? So marketing is it's a key.
Yeah. Yeah. In terms of marketing too, do you feel like what's been more helpful? Has it been just doing the events or do you feel like just social media or a mix of both?
I'd say it's a mix of both. Definitely events, you know, with just a social interaction, networking, talking to people in person, seeing whoever requires photography services. And, you know, definitely social media, you know, just posting your work, posting the type of work you do, just letting your audience and followers know what type of work does he do, what type of work he displays, what type of style of photography he does. Does he like events? Does he does weddings? So
yeah.
Definitely both.
No, yeah, that's great. Because I think a lot of people just get caught up, I'm just going to post. But I think the going out and actually networking with people is just as important. So yeah, I agree. Is there anything you're working on right now?
Right now, I'm developing a website. So that's one thing I'm in the process of doing, developing a website, just taking it to the next step. You know, this is the advice I'd say to other photographers. If you want to, you know, start working, people in corporate, a lot of people, you know, they don't want to just see an Instagram account portfolio. They really want to see a website. They want to see that, this person is serious about what he's doing. He has a whole website dedicated to his work, a whole gallery. So I definitely would say a website, get a website. And yeah, that's mainly just my upcoming thing, just really working on that website.
Yeah. I think that's another thing that's important too, because people get caught up with, Instagram and TikTok, YouTube, I'm good. But websites are so important. They're not dead. Like people still go on websites. So what are your social medias? Where can people find you? Where can they access your photos, your photography work?
So you guys can find me on social medias at YUNGSSFE. That's Young SSFE. Young Safe, whichever you want to pronounce it. You know, a lot of people get confused when they see the two S's. That's just, I just wanted to put there. I just want to be creative. Instead of safe, let me just put two safes. Yeah. Two S's for safe. Young SSFE, all platforms. Safe Photos is the name of my website. And definitely stay tuned. And for the website, it'll be developed soon.
Nice. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Hi. So we are here with Showtime. Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Really quickly for people who didn't see the last episode, just let them know what it is that you do.
I make music. I produce a little, and that's about it. But I make music. I make vibes. I'm Showtime. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Showtime in Natalie.
Yeah. How do you try to stand out as an artist?
As an artist, I try to stand out in how I promote my content. So when I make how artists do the thriller videos, I try to make my scenes as different as possible from everything else I'm seeing. Even how I post my music, I post my music on my story sometimes, and I don't see a lot of artists do that, but it's a lot of tools on your story you could use to make your music pop ways that you can on a regular post.
What kind of tools? Be specific.
Adding your music, there's stickers, you could do a lot. You could turn
it's like making a portrait. Like you could turn the Instagram story into like anything creatively, like you know. So
do you use Canva? You just made me think about that.
Yeah, I use Canva for like
because I know they have like
art.
story designs. Like when you want to post it on Instagram, they create like a template.
Yeah,
and you could use that. Yeah.
I've been using
nobody mentioned that, so I think that's important to mention. Sorry, it's been a long day. Super long day. So you say you try to post it differently. Do you feel like there's any challenges you're facing right now with marketing yourself?
Yeah, actually, I could do a better job at how consistent I am. So I'm not as consistent as I used to be.
And what's stopping you from being consistent?
A lot of things.
Talk about it.
I just finished a semester of school, so you know, it's hard to do anything else when you're like in school. That's like the main thing. You got 4 or 5 classes. That's the only thing you could think about. But
have you ever thought about do you show that side of your life? You going to school and
sometimes like it's a few times, you know, I post on my Instagram like I'm at school. But yeah, you know.
Yeah. Do you, I mean, is there a reason why you won't do it as often? Are you trying to keep that life separate kind of from your music?
Nah, I just don't like school that much. Instagram, you know, you're supposed to post stuff that you like. You know, I don't really like school.
But you know what? A lot of people don't like school. So I feel like if you post that, they'll fuck with it too.
Nah, that's true.
Like they'll just fuck with me like, hey, fuck school.
That's fact. No, stay in school though.
Stay in school. We are not encouraging anyone to drop out.
School's great. That's why I'm back.
Yeah. What is so when you're making music, right? Like, do you have a certain strategy that you try to follow in order to promote it?
Yeah. So usually, I've submitted like a month ahead if I can, but you know, us artists and deadlines, we don't really get along. But you know, and then
you can't rush the creative process.
Yeah. At all. I'll post like a snippet, maybe like 2 weeks or like a week and a half before, and let it circulate, you know, like run promotion on that, maybe on like Instagram and Facebook. Yeah. And then I'll post like maybe like the artwork a day before, and then like, you know, after that, a couple days after I'm ready to drop.
Do you ever send mass messages to people?
I used to, but I don't anymore. I feel like that's what you do when you're first like trying to get out there. I feel like that's what you do. I feel like I've gotten a little bit to a point where like, you know, like people see my work and they tap in without me having to do that.
Yeah. Because they're already like interested. Yeah.
It still works for certain content though, here and there for sure. Like there are some things I do send out because I want everybody
to. How do you feel like you got to that point that you have like at least a core following that does tap in? Like, how did you get there? Like for people who are trying to establish that, like what would you recommend they do?
I feel just show love to who shows you love. Like what I do a lot on Instagram, like when somebody tells me my music is fire, like I don't just like the message and leave. Like I'll interact with them just a little bit. You know, you don't gotta get too personal, but you know, I feel like nowadays people want to know the artist and not like it is about the music at the end of the day, but people more so want to know the artist now. So you know, you gotta keep that in mind.
For sure. What are you working on right now?
I'm working on an EP and I'm working on an album kind of simultaneously, but not really. I wrote my album a while back. I'm just recording it, figuring out how I want to go about it. And my EP I'm recording right now, it'll probably be done in about a month.
Okay. Nice.
So that's called Mr. Million 93. And then my album is called I'd Rather Be Judged by 12 to Carry by 6.
Have you thought about how you're going to market it?
Not there.
Put you on the spot. Just think about that. All right, so let people know again where they can find you.
Showtime Million 90 on all platforms, Instagram, Apple Music, Spotify, whatever you use to listen to music. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on even Snapchat. I'm on if you got that.
Oh wow, I haven't heard Snapchat today. Nice, good for you.
So Showtime Million 90, 2 L's, 2 T's, and I'm out here.
Yeah, nice. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Of course. I'm here with KG. KG, how are you?
Good, thanks to you.
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Just tell the people what it is that you do. What is your brand?
I'm a musician. I rap. Make all types of music on my own type of sound, own frequency. That's it.
Yeah. So I guess obviously with your own type of sound, that's how you try to stand out. Yeah. But like, what are some other things you do in terms of like how you market yourself in order to stand out from other artists?
I think I'm just like the way I put my art like is in a very professional way. So I think that's maybe what makes me stand apart from other people. And I go about like my music in a different approach.
Yeah. What kind of tools do you use right now in order to market yourself? Like social media? What else are you doing to kind of promote your music?
I post videos. Like I've been trying to post TikToks. I've been on TikTok recently, like trying to get active on there.
Yeah.
Post every day or every other day. Yeah. And that's pretty much what I've been doing. I haven't been as consistent as I should be, but yeah.
Is there a reason for that?
I think as life. Everyday life. You get what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of things. Time passes by, hours just go by, and I'm doing something, and I realize, and then by the time I want to think about posting a video or something, it's like it's late. I got something else to do. Yeah, priorities.
Yeah, it's like at this point, you just need to have the camera on. And that's it. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's like, you just don't think about it sometimes. Like we always say, we get caught up in the moment, or you just kind of like, oh, nobody cares about this. Nobody really wants to see this. Or maybe it's not good enough. I shouldn't post it. Do you ever feel like you get in your head like that too? Where it's like you feel like pressure to post like the perfect things or the things that look good?
Yeah, I do at times feel like that, but other times it's like, nah, not really.
Okay,
like I try to stay out of my head and just like be unfazed by everything.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people need to be more on that type of time because it's hard. It's like to not get in your head is really hard.
True.
I guess what are you working on right now? And then like, how are you going to market your current projects or the things you're working on?
So I'm working on a tape right now. And like to market it, I think I'm just going to roll it out. Cause like even my mixtape, like the past mixtape I dropped, like I had a rollout plan for it. This one I plan on doing another rollout, but like doing it better. Maybe like have a video in place, something even before I drop the album. I'm still working on how I'm going to market it, but
yeah. So what was your old rollout plan? How did that look like?
So like a month before, I was just like posting pictures and posting snippets, like anything that had to do with the mixtape.
Yeah.
Like to give people a preview, like, yo, what's coming? And then I'd like tell them like, yo, it's dropping in 2 weeks. And even after, I had like planned like it for like the month after, I was also posting it every other day, posting a different flyer, different video to promote it. That's what I was doing.
So you're still gonna do some of those things, but you want to do it a little bit different, like add more videos?
You add different things, like
okay,
and probably back it with some money, some more money, and try to do different things to see how far I can take it. Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. So let people know where they can find you.
Y'all can find me at KG the Boy and everything. KayGeeBor.
All right.
It's KG the Boy. Yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
So your boy Ant Green jumped in the camera because this person here did such an amazing job interviewing like
I don't even know, over 25 people. 25, over 25
gotta
people.
Be like 30 people.
Yeah.
And she's asking all these amazing questions about marketing and strategies and how they're creatives. Well, we had to flip the script and flip the role because she is also a creative that has a platform that a lot of artists have just benefited from, sharing their stories, sharing their marketing strategies. So we're going to ask Natalie, what is
oh my God, I'm not used to being interviewed.
What is your strategy to help grow the podcast in the foreseeable future?
Okay, so I definitely agree with what a lot of people said is just connecting with people, to answer your question. And I feel like I have always followed that. Like, I think I have always been the person that always wanted to make people feel good and connect with people and like be a relief to people and be a light to people. So like even working in retail, everybody hates their fucking job. And I was a supervisor for many years at Costco. And I think it's just understanding that people aren't robots and they go through real shit. They have real life problems and they're stressed out, and not everything can be like work, life. Like joke around, laugh, share a story, be an ear for people to like tell their stories to you or vent to you, and just listen and just be there. And I think that's what this podcast is about. Giving people the space to just talk and express themselves free of judgment, free of like, getting in their heads and, oh my God, maybe I shouldn't say this or I shouldn't be that, or I'm not smart enough. People, I ask them all the time, come on the podcast. Like, let's talk. Oh, but I don't do anything special. And you don't have to do anything special. Like, you are a special person just because you exist and you have life and you experience shit, and whatever story you tell, whatever opinion you have, someone else can relate to it. And it's really just about that. I think going forward, I just want to connect with as many people as possible and reach as many people as I can.
Very good. And one thing that I think is really good about coming to like an event like this, and we did the art gallery, is we're actually, like, before social media, it was just door to door, shaking people's hands and meeting people. And that's what the benefit of coming to an event like this is, just meeting people. Like, we interviewed 20 to 30 people today. That's 20 to 30 new people who will be excited to watch this podcast episode because they're a part of it.
And share it with their friends, their family, and bring other people onto the platform.
And I think that's one thing what Victoria was saying. We forget that, yes, social media makes it easier to market and things like that. But at the end of the day, those people who boots to the ground, and just go out there and get it are going to have the most success, because old school ways still can work. It's just knowing how to apply that old school mentality and the old school style just with the new technology and incorporate it together.
Yeah, I think a lot of the frustration too, because we talked about the challenges that we're facing, it is real life shit, right? Like, you have a job. At the end of the day, I can't be at events all day.
Correct.
Unless I'm getting paid for them. That's just the reality of it. And if I'm not getting paid, I can't afford to call out of work every time in order to come to an event like this. So I think a lot of people are like, okay, I'll just keep creating content. I'll just keep posting. And they're just waiting for a post to pop off. Chances are, like, there's no rhyme or reason why certain posts go viral. You just don't know. Like, there's people who are viral for like saying one line, and because they said it funny in a funny tone, it's millions of views, and now they're getting endorsements and sponsorships, and nobody knows why. It just happened to them. Like, a lot of it is luck. And it's a lot of it that's viral. It's not from hard work, if I'm being honest. And you can get really frustrated, and that's what makes you not want to create content anymore. You want to give up. You don't want to be as consistent. You kind of question and get in your head. But I think what Victoria was saying too, consistency really is key. And I think even though it is challenging to always be like marketing yourself and creating content, it's just about being consistent at the end of the day. And also, to touch on what Sam was talking about, having your why. Like, just being really adamant, like, this is the reason why I'm doing it. And that literally is your intention. That is what drives you to create the content you create and just keeps you focused.
Gotcha. Just 2 more questions and we're all done. What is your biggest takeaway of today? Meeting all these different creative people from different artistic backgrounds. And what can you take and to apply? And what's your biggest takeaway to apply to what you do?
So I feel like I spoke on them. One of the biggest takeaways for me, I'm gonna just talk my shit, is I'm really good at this. I'm not perfect. I'm not amazing, but I'm really fucking good at this. And I think doing events like this just solidifies that I need to continue to have confidence in myself, believe in myself, and continue to just push forward. Because nothing about this, like, yes, I was nervous. I was excited. There was some anxiety in me, but nothing about what I did today is making me question whether or not I'm on the right path. So I think that's what I'm taking away from this. I'm just awesome.
There you go. You're pound for that. You did a great job.
Thank you.
This is still our podcast, least favorite podcast.
The least favorite podcast.
Gotta end it with one final question.
Yes.
How are we feeling?
How are we feeling? You didn't do it in the tone.
I wasn't doing it.
We are feeling amazing. We are feeling fulfilled, and we are feeling exhausted and hungry, but well worth it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for rocking with us. Shout out to all the people that we sat down with and interviewed with, and who were transparent and open with us. And
thank you for the invitation to come interview everyone.
Yeah, shout out to Sam. Thank you for the opportunity. Without you, we would not have met all these people. And yeah, thank you guys. And we hope that you subscribe and tune in and follow and keep up with us.
Peace.
Bye.